Okay.
How's now? Audio happening?
There we
Yep, there
go.
we go.
Hooray! Audio happening. Okay. Everybody can hear me.
Yep.
I can hear everybody.
Yep.
Everybody got
Great.
dice?
Yep.
Yep.
Still.
I've managed to lose my big die, but I guess we will just keep going. Good. Um, what a day. Uh, all right, so I'm going to start the recap over again so that that gets recorded. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right. Last time on Treasure Tuesdays D&D. First, mid-fight, Marthala and Brandon out of existence between one breath and the next. While fighting the rats, Druge manages to bring more of the collapsed warehouse down on them by trumpeting his rage, which knocks Brandel out. Geth responds by petting both Quentin and Brandel, saying, "Hang in there, buddy." Most of the rats get chopped in two by Druge, but the last one coughs up a finger with a silver ring on it before it succumbs to being crushed. Geth wakes up Quentin and Brandel and cures them. Quentin then calms Druge down, and then Brandel apologizes for essentially murdering Quentin in the campaign before last, or the session before last. The party, or what's left of it, makes camp and rests for the night. The next day, further down the tunnel, they encounter an undisturbed room with 4 pools of water and a huge locked door. The walls are carved with iconography that depicts the pools and shows robed figures submerging themselves within. When Quentin and Druze try to pry open the door, Brandel and Geth are transformed into snakes, at least for a little while. They try the pools. Quentin gets poisoned and is now vulnerable to poison. Geth gains a great clarity of mind and has advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma rolls and saves. Brandel resists being itchy and now has a resistance to acid damage. Druge stays as far away from the magic pools as possible. They have a theory that they each need to enter a pool, but Druge refuses. So Geth casts command on Druge to make him enter the 4th pool. Druge experiences extremely horrific backflashes. Flashbacks. That should be flashbacks. Yes. I wrote that weird. Horrific flashbacks, and comes out of the pool raging with a disadvantage on initiative. Geth runs away and dives into the pool that gave him clarity. Druge follows and feels suddenly exhausted. Quentin and Brandel turn into snakes. You guys learned that magic pools are bad, that if you hit snakes, they turn back into your friends. Brandel is really sorry. He's new at this whole magic thing and isn't very good at it yet. And Short Stuff and Angelface decided to leave. Also, Geth and Druge are both in the clear pool at the moment. Quentin and Brandel are snakes. And the door out of this room is still locked. Geth has the RP point for commanding Druge into the pool. And I would like to remind you, Geth, that means that you have an advantage. Like, you can just re-roll a d20 at any point.
Okay. Does that have to be done this session, or is that
Yes.
that's
Use it or
okay.
lose it. Okay. I'm going to skip the character check-in question today because we've done since we got started a little late. So we'll look at that next time.
Cool.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, I'm a snake.
You sure are.
Not die?
Not die. Yep.
How deep is the pool Geth and I are in? Exactly.
10 feet.
So you've just jumped in, and I see you jumping in after me.
Yeah, he's basically gonna jump
Yep.
in on top of you.
All right.
And attempt to grapple you.
Okay. Do I have to make a save on?
It is my athletics versus athletics or acrobatics on your end. Your choice.
Okay. That is a 17.
I'd normally have advantage, but I assume the exhaustion still applies from.
It sure does, because this is the same day.
Great. Okay, so 15. So you're good for now.
Okay.
Do we need to
I'm-
roll initiative at this point, or is it just
I
us
don't-
brawling in the pool?
I think it's just you sort of brawling in the pool.
Great.
All right. Is there any way for me to just swim like through, like kind of like slither through them and try to get up to the top of the water?
I think you're gonna need to roll me another acrobatics check for that.
Oh, okay. All right, can I try casting I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to emulate the drum sound in the water of Quentin's drum.
Ah, nice.
Nice. Okay. And that just, you don't have to roll for that, I don't think. I think that just happens. Okay.
Okay.
How does that affect Druge?
Is it weird to make myself roll a charisma saving throw?
No, I think that works. I just wasn't quite sure what that was tied to for you. So yeah, charisma saving throw sounds good.
Hey there, big guy.
It's a 4.
So that means it doesn't work, right?
I would say so.
That's too bad.
I'm just trying to
wait,
get you.
wait.
Agree.
If you're trying
Hang
to,
on, yeah.
I feel like you failed the charisma saving throw, so wouldn't it work?
I think
Depends
Drew's
on how you're running it.
default reaction is to stay enraged at this point.
Okay. All right, so that didn't work. So it's just this loud, like, drum banging underwater with us.
That's great. I enjoy that.
Okay. Well, then I am. Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're trying to scamper out of the pool, he'll try and pull you back in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and scamper out of the pool.
So roll the acrobatics check first.
Okay. Well, that's a 6.
Okay, roll me a strength check to try and grapple him again.
24.
You got him.
Drew's just gonna try and hold him underwater.
You're gonna try and drown him?
Uh-huh.
That's so
Yeah.
mean.
Geth is just gonna shout for Quentin.
Starting off with a bang.
Drums!
Yeah, Quentin's a snake. You know what?
Speaking of, what are the snakes
I don't know
doing?
that.
They're just hanging out. So with a weird noise that almost no one hears, Marthala and Brandel have appeared in this room. Or not Brandel, Jesus. Is Wordman even here? No, yes. Okay, somebody play Wordman.
He's trying.
Okay, so Marthala and Brannon have appeared in this room. So what you see is 4 pools, 2 snakes, one of which is climbing out of a pool, and one of which is sort of hanging out by the back wall there. And you see Drew's trying to drown Geth in the pool right in front of you.
What the fuck is going on in here?
So for you guys, between one moment and the next, like you recognize that there was a period of time between fighting rats and appearing and seeing this struggle, but you cannot for the life of you recall what happened. And so in a sense you popped out of the rat room and into this room.
Are we still like mid action? Because I had just stabbed a rat when we disappeared.
You had stabbed a rat, but you completed that action and that rat died.
Am I still holding my sword though?
Yes, you are still holding your sword.
Good then. I guess I'm gonna drop it and try and pull the 2 of them apart, maybe?
Okay. Strength check?
Sure, why not? Sounds like an idea. Where are my stats? 18.
What was that? Marthala, what was the roll?
13.
13. That's not quite good enough. So, you just get wet. Like you're wet now.
Okay.
How long has it been at this point?
I'm gonna say it's been about 30 seconds.
Okay. Well,
I'm struggling.
What the bloody hell's going on here? I'm going to get real angry and My voice rises to a thunderous crescendo
Mm-hmm.
that you would not believe is possible coming out of me.
Cool.
Thunderous force is going to sweep out from me.
Got it. And you're aiming at.
I'm a cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Each creature in the 15-foot cube around me has to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right,
All
here
right.
we go.
Roll them bones.
You're just gonna keep
Let's
pissing off the
go.
Loxodon.
4.
Wow.
Oh no!
Yikes.
16.
6.
What's your spell save thingy?
14.
Okay, so Geth is fine, but Druj and Marthala both take what?
2d8 thunder and are pushed 10 feet away from me.
2d8.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
D8's asshole.
Would the water do anything with that?
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what
Yeah.
this would look like.
Because
but
I
it-
feel like Druge can stand at the bottom of this pool and still breathe.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like Druj
yeah.
is sort of standing on the bottom, and so I don't know that it would move him very far. But here's what I'll say.
Didn't get his attention.
It'll get his attention and it'll push him up against the wall, which will give Geth a chance to get away again.
All right.
So
I'm
what's
gonna
the
take that
damage?
chance.
Yeah, good. Give me 1 second. What's the
Oh, you're
damage
taking it.
that Marthala and Druj are taking?
9.
You asshole.
No, no.
9?
Oh my gosh.
And then successful save takes half.
So Geth does take damage.
So-
You're right. Sorry about that.
Dang.
Yeah, so he takes
That hurt a lot,
4.
you turd.
Look, I just popped out of nowhere. I don't know what that spell was. I'm just fucking yelling here.
So
On their tits.
Geth,
Figure out what the hell is going on.
Geth, go ahead and roll another acrobatics, and I feel compelled to remind you. that
Yes.
You have an advantage roll.
Well, I'm gonna take that advantage right now. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay, so this is what I think this looks like, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So,
I'm gonna do a fucking flip.
Brandon is gonna yell basically, and it shoves Marthala down to the ground, and it shoves Druj up against the wall, and you feel it sort of like move past you, Geth. And you feel Druj being shoved up against the wall, and you've been trying to get away from him this whole time. So like your legs are up like on his chest, like trying to get away from his trunk. And so with Druj banged up against the wall, you like propel yourself out of the water and like manage to do a flip and stand like next to Brandon. Soaked, standing next to Brandon. There you go.
Yeah.
How's
I'm
that?
gonna look at him like, where did you guys go?
Oh.
I don't bloody know, mate. This room is completely foreign to me.
We didn't go anywhere. I zoned out for like a minute. We killed some rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why
Okay.
are you two fighting?
Before you guys
Why
get,
is there snakes in the corner?
before you get too into this, I believe Druj is probably going to do something like try and climb. You're still raging, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if the thunder wave is enough to snap him out of it.
I would think that it could be.
I think I'm gonna roll for it again.
All right, go ahead.
Cool. I think it does. I rolled a 14, so I'm thinking the thunder wave and being slammed up against the side kind of jostles just enough loose for him to snap out of it. So
Perfect.
the runes on the tusks will stop glowing, and he'll kind of. I think it's just like the water's like thrashing around for a while, and eventually that settles down, and he climbs out, looking very tired and a little battered, and kind of panting, sits at the edge of the pool, and looks over at Geth and apologizes. He's like, "Sorry, I lose myself sometimes. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that again."
Yeah, Keth is also gonna apologize. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have put you in that position, Druge. I'm sorry.
All right, if you guys are done giving each other wet willies or whatnot, can somebody please explain what the hell is going on here?
Are there still two snakes in the corner?
I was just gonna ask, like,
So,
how close are the snakes?
We'll say that Brandal's snake is moving towards you guys. I gotta put you out of the pool, so there's that. And I'll have
Up on
you
it.
sit on this edge. So Marthala, you're gonna intercept.
Well, my cohort is talking. I notice the snake scream and stomp on it.
Got it. Roll me a strength check.
Okay.
Is that a strength or an unarmed attack?
Oh, unarmed attack. Sorry. Thank you for thank you. My brain is all over the place. Tech. Thank you.
That's a 13.
So unarmed attack would be a roll plus the strength. Is that right?
It is, yeah.
Mine is a +6.
Strength plus proficiency, yeah.
So
Which snake is this?
Wordman snake.
Okay, I don't.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Just the flat
Nice.
1 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, sorry. And what's,
5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you stomp this snake completely flat, and it stops moving, and you step back. And as you step back, it's no longer a snake; it's Wordman, and he's laying there unconscious on the floor.
Oh God, no!
Please, bloody tell me what's going on.
The
I want to use my
loose
thinking on
snake
him.
is also moving towards you guys. We'll say he makes it about here during this
Gonna
interaction.
get you.
We'll say he makes
Lady Dungeon Master,
Mm-hmm.
a healing hands action
Okay.
to revive Wordman
Uh,
conscious.
he wakes up and he says, "Oh, not again." Okay, so there is another snake coming at you, and he's closest to Druge.
Druge is kind of still unsteady and a little shaky, but he's just still really annoyed at the whole situation. He's just going to try and punt the snake to the other side of the room.
Awesome. Yeah, another unarmed attack, I think.
Yeah, that is a dirty 20.
Okay, that definitely lands.
Ouch.
How much damage did you do?
Also 5 points.
So, like mid-arc, ooh, that was a terrible noise. Mid-arc, the snake is gonna turn into Quentin, and he's gonna bounce off this pillar, this column.
Oh, ew.
And he's also
Yikes.
unconscious.
Relic, I don't suppose that you could fix some of the damage you just did to my armor.
What?
Can somebody please tell me what is going on?
Geth is
My
gonna run over to
head.
Quentin.
Wordman's
Is
gonna
he-
sit up, and he's gonna say, "We are trying to. We need to open that door. Where have you guys been? We've been trying to figure out
You
this
guys been?
puzzle. You disappeared."
You all disappeared.
And he's just gonna shake his head. He's just sitting on the floor there. Geth, you go over to Quentin.
Yeah, well, that's happening. I'm gonna go over to Quentin and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yay!
So Quentin, you come to. You were just a snake for a little while. Now you're you again.
When I fell, did I take any point of damage and actually hit 0? Or
You're at the same hit points you were at.
okay, then I'm
Before?
at 1 hit point.
So, but he just cast Cure Wounds on you. So.
Oh right.
Yeah.
How many?
11.
Wow.
Nice.
I am full. So I think I sit up real quick, like almost shoot up and nearly hit my head on the pillar, but catch it at the last second and look around.
And you see Marthala and Brandon. Jeez, Brandon standing there.
About time you guys caught up. Come on. Where is it? Everybody here? Everybody okay? Everybody not a snake?
Not a snake. What in the hell is going on?
Well, there's these pools and they're magic, and we need to get through that door to progress. But I was looking at these carvings, and it looks like we all have to dip in the pool, and then I'm guessing touch the door once we've done that. But something keeps randomly turning us into snakes. Maybe don't attack anything, including trying to pry the door open. That seemed to do it last time. But by my count, we've got one person per pool. Let's go try and touch this door. And I'll kind of like get up on one knee and like holding my head, kind of stagger over to it.
Wait, now you said these pools are magic. In what way are they magic, mate?
Not like alcohol. Like I dipped in this one and I got real sick. But these guys seem to get stronger. So I think it's kind of random.
Pool.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the pool what happens, but it doesn't seem to always do good or bad.
I wouldn't
risk
to
it.
go into the pool that I went into. And Druge will kind of gesture with his trunk towards the one that he got commanded into.
And that's the top left one.
It's not a good time.
Just come on, let's get out of here. And I'm like waving towards the door because like I clearly want to get out of this room.
Right. Before we go any further, I think I need to say a little prayer here for Angel Face. She was looking a little worse for the wear. I'm gonna cast a little magic your way. Say some words of the great gods above us, and you feel 7 hit points better.
Ooh,
Nice.
A little bit better.
Just a little bit.
Right then. So which of these here pools has no one gone in yet?
I think we've gotten all of them.
Saying is I don't need to get my toes wet.
I hope not. I mean, if you're willing to come back and play later, we can, but I think we need to... I don't want to be a snake again.
So I just want to remind you guys really quickly, pause for a moment. Brandle's been in the black pool, which is like the dirty pool. Quentin's been in that green pool. Geth has been in the clear pool on the bottom left twice. Druge has been in the top left pool once, and the bottom pool once. Okay, keep going.
And so far, Quentin and Druge have had bad things happen every time they've been in a pool, and the other two had good things happen.
That's
Is that
true.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so you guys getting in the same pools you was in before?
Hold on. If you all have gotten in the pools before and the door didn't open, way to get them to unlock?
We haven't tried to touch the door yet.
Instead, you've just been wrestling around with snakes. Your priorities aren't exactly what I thought they were.
So I'll like coerce the other 3 over to this door.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Come on 3, let's touch this thing and see if it worked.
Yeah, Druge will come over, somewhat reluctantly, but he'll head over.
Okay, so you all gather around the door, those of you that have been in a pool, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so Brandle moves over, Geth moves over, and Druge moves over. And you're all going to reach out and touch the door?
Yep. At the same
Sure.
time.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3. You all touch the door?
Yep.
Nothing
Yep.
happens.
Nothing happens.
God dang it.
So
you all need to
that did
enter
it.
each of the pools.
Or maybe just one of us does.
Or we need to get in the pools at the same time.
Oh goodness. And I'll kind of like Quentin looks at Drew's side eye like, are you gonna get in the pool again?
Yeah,
sort of
Geth
look
is
on
gonna-
his face.
Geth is gonna say, "Hey, you want to get in the pool again?"
Absolutely not.
Well, it looks like one of you two are gonna have to help us out here.
Look, I think Jeff should be the one to do it. He was the one who signed that contract after all.
Oh, he's done it. He's done one.
I've been
All
in.
of them.
Well,
You know,
Sense in all of us getting hurt if we don't have to.
well, you know what? I've already had one bad thing happen to me. I'd rather not have one of our healers get unconscious. So I'll kind of look at Drew and be like, well, if the tough guy's not gonna do it, I suppose I could.
Brandel looks at you and is like, "Yeah, that's all you, dude."
So
By the way, if
I'm not gonna let you do this alone.
if I try
I'm
to
not
play
getting in one of those pools, mate.
if I try to play Brandel the way like a way that Wordman wouldn't, like go ahead and jump in and change that.
okay,
Okay, so Quentin, you're gonna jump in all the pools?
I will start with the one that Geth got in first, the clear one.
I'll give Druge like a side look real quick and be kind of like a look of like, all right, I'll try this too, and then I'll go to the dark blue pool.
Okay, so let's do clear pool first.
Like a backup copy. All right. So I'm rolling what check for this one?
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
What check?
And
Come on, dude.
Guess you said you were going to the dark blue pool.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second.
Can I do a religion check on the carvings on the wall
You
while
sure
they're
can.
doing that?
Yeah.
You said 18?
Yep.
18, huh? You seem to recall something. There's a cult that you're familiar with, and something about the way these runes are drawn reminds you of a cult, of followers of a cult called That Which Endures.
Given a description of the pools, and we didn't like what they actually look like. Somebody mentioned that one was clear, one was dirty.
Yeah, so the bottom left one is pure clear water. There's like it almost looks like there's no water in it. On the top left-hand pool, the water is a very dark blue. In the top right-hand pool, the water is like almost an electric green. No, I didn't say electric green. I said like an oozy kind of green, right? Yeah, we'll say that. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, the pool is like scummy, like almost like a pond has algae on it, but instead of green algae, it's like a gray, dirty color.
Okay. And the green and dark blue ones, are those like just the water has colored that, or do they have junk in them that are making them not clear, blue, beautiful things?
Just the color. The only one that has junk in it is the bottom right-hand one.
All right, let's hold on now. Now I'm looking at these runes here, and it's definitely cultish in design.
Actually, can you give me 1 second? So Quentin did say that he had gone into his pool, so let's resolve that
Okay.
really quickly before you religion at them. So what was your roll there?
7 plus 0.
Yikes.
You are overwhelmed by the theoretical possibilities of the multiverse, and you feel exhausted.
Great.
You went in a clear pool, yeah.
Okay,
So you have one level of exhaustion.
I will go and mark that.
And you haul yourself out, but boy, is it tough. Now, before Geth gets in his pool, we'll say, is that okay, Geth, if we say that
Yeah. Yep.
Brandon brings up his stuff there about the religion? Okay, so Brandon, what were you going to say?
This looks like those chaps that endure. Have you all heard of that kilt?
That kilt?
That cult?
No. I'm just like crawling towards the dark Lewin.
I love the idea of you crawling towards it.
You said I was exhausted.
You are one level of exhaustion.
I know, but like I just was back from 1 hit point. Like I'm accumulating.
Yeah, you're basically like bouncing back and forth between like I feel great, I feel terrible, I feel great.
Yeah, and I was just unconscious like
And
8
you're
hours
still
ago.
poisoned.
And I'm
you're having
yeah.
a time.
Am I
Geth
still
is just gonna-
poisoned or am I just vulnerable to poison?
You're vulnerable to poison.
Okay, so I'm not currently poisoned. Okay.
Geth is just gonna look at Quentin like, I just undid this.
I just wave you off like just and I'll kind of swing my legs over and lower myself into the dark blue pool.
You're not gonna wait for. Oh, never mind.
Okay, never mind. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I need you to roll.
It's charisma, I think.
Yeah, a charisma saving throw.
Come on. 2 + 0.
Jesus.
And so we never saw Quentin again.
You have visions of terrible calamities. So imagine the worst things that have ever happened to you: rotting flesh, crumbling edifices, political speeches. Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading the source material. You now have
Who wrote
disadvantage
that?
on initiative rolls.
Great.
Give me a second to catch up on notes. Okay. Next.
Ironically, I'll probably roll better on initiative rolls than anything else I've rolled. Still. And I crawl out and I start, hobbling my way towards the last pool.
Okay.
Out of character, like anybody can stop me.
I was gonna say.
No,
I'm
I
on
was about to
autopilot.
say. Yeah, I think.
I'm on
Yeah, I would-
autopilot at this point.
I would have stopped. I probably would have pulled you out of that pool and stopped you.
It's
Okay.
like, come on. No, just one more. Just let me.
No, you need a doctor. Just lay down.
You are a doctor, and I'm like swatting at you.
All right, I'm gonna jump in that pool.
Now hold on, guys.
Okay.
So
Listen to me.
Geth jumps in the blue pool. You're gonna roll a charisma saving throw.
All right, and then I have advantage on that because of the last pool, right?
Oh, geez, you do, don't you?
You sure do, yeah.
Oh man.
Whisper to Relic, trying to die.
Right.
Charisma, that's a 18.
You're in the blue pool.
Yeah, the dark one.
You see the same visions, but instead of them like freaking you out and making you feel sort of like anxious and timid, it like heightens your senses and you feel ready to take on anything, and you now have advantage on initiative rolls.
So my pupils are now 75% larger.
Yes. Okay.
All right, I'll jump out of that pool. And then I'll go to the
Could
black
we
pool.
maybe listen to the person who's looked through a wall before we keep jumping into the magic pool?
Yep.
No, it's bloody fine, mate. You keep trying to kill yourself. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
It's a cult, and they endure. So you have to hit all 4 pools, I think. But it might matter what order we go in.
What order do you suggest?
Well, I was thinking that you go either dirtiest to cleanest or vice versa.
Well, I've done both cleanest, so might as well go to the next dirtiest.
Green one in there first.
All right, I'll walk over to the green one.
Okay. You gonna jump in?
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
How's it? Okay. Oh, that's a 15.
You settle into this water, and you take a deep breath, and you settle underneath it, and you can feel sort of the stinging nature of it, but it doesn't seem to affect you, and you now gain a resistance to poison damage.
As you climb out, Quentin's just kind of like flabbergasted. It's like, what are you made of?
All
Okay,
right.
well, that one-
Intention.
That one didn't feel very bad either.
Okay.
All right, mate.
All right, I'll walk over to the darker one and
Okay.
jump in.
Intelligence saving throw.
Wait.
please. Oh,
Okay.
what?
I was gonna see if I could inspire him real quick.
Sure.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Can that happen outside of battle?
I have advantage on intelligence already, though.
He has advantage already.
Oh, never
Well,
mind then.
Bardic Inspiration lets you add a die, even if you have Inspiration. It's a different thing.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So like
Yeah.
you can use your Inspiration, then if you want, you can roll. What is it? A D4 at level 1? Should say on your sheet.
D6.
I think it's a D6.
D6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you get a nat 20, you can add up to 6 to that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brandon. How did you want to inspire him?
All right, mate. Here you go. This is the last pool, and I think you're gonna be able to get us out of this here puzzle. You got this. That's it. That's all. That's
Oh.
Okay. Guess you
Go.
jump in.
get up. Dipper.
It's a D6 inspiration.
Oh no.
That's
Oh.
+6.
Even with advantage?
No, it's
Yeah, even
1d6, I'm sorry, yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's a 5.
Oh.
Whoa.
5
I
total.
ro-
oh god.
yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 3 for
So-
my advantage.
Yeah.
You jump in, and there's so much itching. It feels like you're gonna scratch your skin off. You're having the worst time, and you hate it. And I have to find a die. Is this the one I want? Yeah. You take 3 acid damage, and you are now vulnerable to acid.
How much damage and vulnerable to what?
3 damage, 3 acid damage, and vulnerable now to acid damage. So he's immune to poison, vulnerable to acid, has advantage on initiative and all
the mental
brain
stats.
brain stats. Yeah. Hold please. Okay. As you're pulling yourself out of this pool, in the center of the room, a silver key studded with polished red garnets appears.
That seems,
Useful.
yeah.
I
Somebody
think
somebody
Rouge will
get it.
kind of help him out of the pool and kind of pat him on the back.
Good job, mate. Look what you did.
I'm just gonna like sit there and choke and just somebody get the key and open the door.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll saunter over and grab it.
Nothing bad happens to you.
All right, I don't know what you
That's
fellas were
sweet.
complaining about so much. This was easy.
Oh,
Oh, you're the worst.
you're so mean.
Then, can I reach the keyhole?
Yes, you can. So you can insert the key. It slides in just fine, and you turn it, and the doors swing open.
There we go then.
Hold, please, while I transition us to our next map, because I built individual maps for all of this. Geth, you have received the blessing of that which endures.
Does the name of that cult sound at all familiar to Druge?
Roll a religion check.
It's a 16.
I don't think this is one that you're familiar with.
Cool.
I'll
Carry
have
on.
to think about it, though. I'm not having the best brain day, so let me think about it, but I'm not sure this is one you're familiar with.
Sure.
Before we move into the next room, Marthala is gonna give Jeff just a little hug and say, "Thank you so much."
Mm-hmm.
I just
Get you anything? Would you like some water?
I'm just gonna lay down right here real quick. Just real quick.
yeah. I'll pour you 3 health points. Oh.
Wow.
I'll kind of like playfully like elbow him in the ribs as I walk past.
I don't even have something shiny to give you as a thank you.
Midnight, stop that.
This adventurers pack is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
You
It's
could
all
give him
bullshit.
a
Here, have
personal
my
memento.
rope as a thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I was already planning on taking your share.
Ah,
Of
shoot.
the
I
reward,
forgot
so.
to load your guys' tokens.
Oh no,
on
that's
here.
fine.
Give me 1 second.
Radek keeps all of my money for me. He's very, very good at keeping the books.
Did you just refer to me
Is
as
he?
Relic?
Yes, for the second
Right,
time
Angel
tonight.
Face gets confused sometimes. My name's Brannon right now.
Brannon. Brandon keeps my money for me. He's really good about it.
Good care of it for the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
Right.
I will go in and load all of these in my free time tomorrow. I forgot to put all you guys on the map.
It's okay.
Idris is the other campaign. Marthala is this one. Who else? That's 4. I need Quentin. That's 5. One more. Relic. All right. Let's go back to the scenario. There we are. Put you guys. You know what? I'm not gonna do. No, I do need that. Do this, and we'll say. Stop that. All right. So you should be seeing the map open up.
Yep.
Let me fill this in for you. So you guys, the door opens up into a hallway. I'm not looking at my fiction. I'm trying to vamp while I reveal this map. And you walk into a long, open space. There's nothing in it. It's all made of stone. And at the far end is yet another set of doors.
Bottle.
You all see that?
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
the lighting situation currently?
It is very, very dark. Okay, so here we go. As the passage runs east, it widens to 30 feet for the next 90 feet. At the far end of the area, the chamber narrows to 10 feet again with an ornate double door sealing it off.
I will cast light on the tip of my sword.
Got it.
Nice.
And what
Anything
range does that have?
light?
think it's like 30 feet. Like torch.
I believe so.
Radius.
Sorry, you cut out the beginning there. What radius?
And then an additional 20 feet of dim light.
Gotcha.
Brandon, that key is worth 25 gold.
Well then,
And
nobody noticed that it goes in my pack.
Quentin, that ring you picked up is worth 12 gold.
Cool.
Okay, so you're in this lovely empty room with a door at the end. What do you do?
I kind of put my hand out like before anybody steps. If I'm towards the front, I'll kind of like put everybody out and try and take a real good look around the room.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Not going to use that die anymore. Nat 1. Different die. That's the die that rolled like nat 20s all day yesterday.
The
It's
light
fine.
dims around you, and for a moment you can't see anything else, and then it clears suddenly.
Oh God! Just like rubbing my eyes. It's like
Did any of the rest of us notice that?
Nope. He just looks around and then rubs his eyes. I was just coloring it in. That's all.
Trap to me. What do you all think?
I don't see anything. It seems like a hallway.
Right. I'd like to give a good hard look down this pathway as well.
Roll me a perception check.
$15.
Okay, so you're gonna move forward as you're looking, and you get to about here, and you notice signs of charring on the floor in front of you, and the charring is obscuring like super faint runes.
Anybody recognize these runes here?
That's an arcane thing.
I don't know too much about magic.
This in my
Does Brandel have a good arcana?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot I was playing him too. Yeah, Brandel will walk up and kind of try and take a look at it, kind of scratching his chin, and yeah, he's trained
Have
in
him
Arcana.
roll a perception check. Or no,
What's
have
that?
him roll a
Arcana check.
I'll walk up behind Brandon and go, "Yep, those are runes, all right."
Does he have detect magic?
He does.
Why don't we have him cast that?
Yeah, that sounds good. He's got Furbolg magic, so he'll use that. Yeah, he casts. I don't know how many he can use, but yeah, he uses it.
He can tell that the area in front of you is radiating evocation magic.
This is gonna spit bad stuff. Or did spit bad stuff. I'm not quite sure.
I think Brand will actually be like kind of timid and be like, guys, I feel like
Better.
this. I mean, there's definitely magic here. It's faint, but it's there, and it's not good magic.
There's a ceiling above us. How high up is the ceiling?
10 feet.
This is the only runes that we can see right here in front. Is there anything beyond that?
It's a bit tough for you to see beyond about 10, 15 feet in front of you.
Does Brandel get any pings for the next, say, 30 feet, which I think is the range of detect magic?
Question.
That's a good point.
Please.
Please.
How many feet did you say?
I think it's 30 feet, if I recall.
Ow, I hate that. He could also detect conjuration magic about 20, 30 feet in front of you.
Any of you magic types reckon you can disarm these here wards?
Not my area of expertise.
And Brandel says, I don't know how to do that yet.
I mean, one of you fast chaps could always just try and run right through them, right?
Does it look like the runes go all the way across, or can we just walk around to the side?
Can we just stick to the walls?
Yeah.
You can try.
Or is there like any sort of rock that I can maybe climb down the wall and not touch the
Nope.
floor?
Walls are completely smooth.
Super smooth. Okay.
Super smooth.
All right. I'll kind of look at everybody and it's like, well, if nobody's got anything, I'll try and. Brandel, if you can point to where you're seeing
You're
stuff,
cutting
I'll try
out
to.
real bad.
Oh, sorry. I'll say, Brandel, if you can kind of point to where you're seeing the bad spots, I'll try and, jump past them.
Well, wait. Would we want to maybe chuck something down this hallway real quick just to see what happens?
That's not a bad idea. So I'll pull out an arrow and shoot it. Not at the door, but like arc it so it kind of clatters like in front of the door.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Good. I kind of look over at Brandon and be like, "Oh, seems to be okay for motion at least."
How far is it from where we are to the door?
It's 5 feet per square, so not 90 feet. It's like 60 feet.
It's quite a hole.
50 feet.
I've got a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Steps back from this potentially explosive ward.
Mm-hmm.
Slide my dagger along the floor as hard as I can.
Oh, like shuffleboard.
Oh, you slide it. Okay. Roll me a d10. We'll see how far it goes. What'd you get? Oh, I can see your mic lighting up, but I can't hear you.
6.
6. So we'll say it gets about there. Nothing happens.
Steps.
Say again?
You want to try and jump over this?
Yeah, Brandel, you show me where to step and I'll do my best. And I'll try and hop, skip, and jump my way to the door.
How far can you jump?
Well, that's a good question.
There
There's rules
are
for that.
log jumping rules. It is based on strength, and I believe it's your strength modifier.
It says, I got it here. It says, when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately. So if I get a running jump, I can move up to my strength score, assuming that's per square. So yeah, for a long jump, and my strength score is 2, so I could jump 2 squares.
Your strength score or your strength modifier, because those.
Oh, sorry, strength modifier is.
What's-
So strength score, I'd be 14 feet.
So 3 squares.
Yeah.
Okay, so where you want to jump from?
I jump from, I guess, where we're standing to does Brandel indicate there's space kind of in between?
He's not sure. He doesn't know.
Okay. Oh, he can't quite see exactly. Okay.
Brandel's can only sense like general areas.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, and he said he saw just one other thing out there, so I'll kind of, I guess, jump as far as I can.
Okay, so you're gonna get a running start, and you're gonna roll for this.
Yup. And I'm assuming that's a strength roll
Yes, Tech.
or athletics. It'd be athletics, right?
Yeah, but you'd be at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Yeah, I was trying to look at okay, so
Oh no.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna mute and use my favorite die real quick. That's why I love this die. Nat 20. Well, it's disadvantage. Damn it.
Is it his giant copper one?
You're not allowed to use the giant copper one.
Also a 20.
You're not allowed
I
to
rolled
use the
two
giant
20s.
copper
I
one.
can't. What? But I
It's-
muted it and everything.
It's dented, babe. You can't use that one.
Ugh.
What?
He dented the shit out of it. Like,
I dented one corner a
I
tiny
don't
bit.
trust that die. You've got a
Oh my
million
goodness.
others. I'm really sorry. We talked about this before.
I thought it was just the noise.
Nope.
An 11 and a 15, so be at disadvantage 15 total.
Okay, so you do manage to make it here.
Okay.
You teeter for a moment and then drop into a pit.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
shit.
What? Where did that
Was,
come from?
was it like invisible, or did it appear as I landed there? Or
As you landed there, as your weight landed on it, it triggered a trap to just, you heard a click
Good.
and then it plummeted 10 feet. You take 3 bludgeoning damage. Water begins to flow up from grates in the floor, along with small glowing blue fish. They
Get out!
They immediately begin biting you
in the pit, or they cross the room?
in the pit.
Okay, I'm climbing out as fast as I can.
You need to roll a strength athletics check.
Athletics, all right. I just said.
While
is
this is happening, I'm gonna lean over and say, Brandon, do you want me to throw you like I did last time?
It's she
Are we
don't
throwing
say she never
halfling?
told me.
he really needs your help. Come on, just let me do it.
He fell in a pit. You tossed me over there. I'm up in a pit too.
You can throw him past the pit.
For what it's worth, my athletics check, I rolled a 3 and a 4
Oh God.
plus 4, so a 7 total.
You have failed to
R.I.P.
climb out of the pit. You are floating at the top, but it's slowly filling up.
Trouble.
I can't lift him out of there.
But you have magics. The gods are
While
on your
they're
side.
arguing, Druge will kind of lumber forward and reach forward with the trunk and try and pull Quentin out.
Where are you gonna walk up to?
I think knowing that there are runes right in front, he'll kind of skirt along the left-hand side and kind of from the top square down from where Quentin's at.
So let me know if this is where you want your dude to be. I've got him mostly in the middle, about 2 squares from.
Yeah, and then he'd head up from there, and then skirt along the top of the wall, and then down to where Quentin is.
As you hit about here,
Right?
you trigger a fire trap,
Cool.
Yeah.
and you are going to take 4 fire damage. Stop using these dice.
Great.
So you take that damage, and then you get over to Quentin and roll me
Yeah,
a strength
he's-
check.
Straight strength or athletics?
We'll say athletics.
Dirty 20.
So you haul him right out. Quentin, you notice that there are no bites on you.
I hate everything. And I'm gonna look in the pit. Are there fish in there?
Yeah, little tiny blue glowing
Okay.
fish.
And
You
they were
can
definitely
roll-
biting me.
Yep, you can roll an intelligence, nature, or wisdom survival check to recognize them.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Druge.
Nature dirty 20.
You recognize these as harmless, glowing cave fish. And the bites along your skin would only result in healthful exfoliation.
Aw.
Marthala, you also trigger a fire trap,
Yep.
and you take 3 fire damage.
Okay. I'm gonna try and help haul him out.
No, he's hauled out. Like
He's all the way out.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I took 3 fire damage for nothing.
you
Cool.
sure did.
Gotta cross the room sometime.
Good job.
And now I can't throw you. What you gonna do?
Hey, big fella, you mind lifting me up over these rooms here and just set me on the other side?
Who are you saying that to? The Brandel?
To
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
My glaive has a 10-foot reach.
That's never a good start to a question.
I'm so excited for this.
Is it long enough for me to hold it out, have them stand on it, and have me pull them back?
The way that I would interpret a 10-foot reach is that your blade reaches out 10 feet, not that your
Sure.
pole is 10 feet long.
Sure, but
So,
if I
if
can
you
have them stand
stood
on
on
top
the-
of the blade.
On top of the blade, like on the flat
Be-
part.
Like on the
yeah,
flat?
yeah, like on the flat.
Oof, you'd have to roll real well. Because
'Kay.
you're going to need to try and balance that. I'll say your trunk, I'll reduce the difficulty because your trunk can steady it about part of the way out. But Brandon's also going to have to roll for balance. Does that sound fair
Yeah.
to everybody?
Yeah, that's fair.
I do not want to do that.
I just wanted to know how possible it was. Carry on.
I appreciate no, but I'm not the best steadiest on my legs.
Is the fire trap? Is the fire coming from the floor or is it coming from the walls?
It's coming from the floor. When you step on the floor, like where you step, like puffs of fire, like crawl up your legs.
Okay,
Like the runes light up and the fire seems to come from there. And it's just all over that first pink space.
all right. Geth is gonna walk towards the top wall.
You can unhide things,
Right, guys.
Aaron, in scenario mode now.
Oh, nice.
You
Which
can
one are
also
you?
just long jump and we can catch you.
Geth, you said you're gonna walk up along the top part of the wall?
No, just up to the wall. Oh, we can long jump. What is
You're gonna walk
hold on?
up
How
to
do I
the
figure
wall?
out? How do I figure out long jump?
What's your
Luth just
strength
did it.
score?
My strength score is 13.
So you could jump. If you get a 10-foot running start, so you back up 2 squares, you could jump up to that number of feet.
So that second square, the floor is slowly rising again because nobody's standing on it, and the water and the little blue fishes are like going off the side back into the pool. So the water isn't coming up on the floor. And eventually it gets up to the top of and it's even with the floor again. Geth, go ahead and jump.
Do I roll for that?
You do. You roll a
Alright.
strength.
Athletic.
Ooh.
That's what I used.
Okay. That's an 8.
You get to about here and take.
Can we try and catch him before he lands on the floor?
No.
Okay.
I think he's just gonna take 2 fire damage.
Oh boy.
And then you move over here with Marzala.
Druge is looking pretty rough again, isn't he?
That kind of
Randall's-
worked.
Brandal's gonna be sort of like shifting his weight back and forth. Brandon, what are you gonna do?
I'm asking the big guy to lift me over the first 5 feet there and just drop me on the other side.
You're asking Brandel to do that?
He's big enough, right?
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
furball.
furbolgs are big.
He's huge.
I don't weigh much. I'm just a little fella.
He looks
Just
really
pick
nervous.
me up over these rooms and put me on
He
the
looks-
other side.
He looks really nervous and he says, "Can I try something?"
What?
Luth, what's his arcana?
His Arcana's +3.
So he looks like he concentrates really hard and you see the runes sort of like glow like embers and then go dark, and he goes, I think that'll do it, and he walks across with no damage.
Oh my god.
All right, I follow right behind him.
You also take no damage.
Oh god, that would have been bad.
Cool.
Could I just punch him in the shoulder?
Well, he's across what turns into a pit if you step on it, so I mean, yeah, but you fall into a pit. Okay, what do you guys do next?
A pit here, you ass.
What was that?
Armed again.
I feel like I'd try to, like, that thing where like you lean back on your back foot, but like touch the tile in front of you, kind of like feeling with your foot to see if anything triggers.
So you're gonna do this with your foot?
Yeah.
Okay, make a dex saving throw.
Bounced out, which sucks because it was a nat 20. Jeez, I'm just gonna die. Am I at disadvantage for dex saves as well?
No, it's just ability checks for exhaustion.
Okay. Will, that is 12.
Yay!
Oh,
Wait,
no.
what's yay? Why yay?
As you stick your foot into this area, the runes flare up like a bright, toxic green, and
Oh god.
this like particulates or like a cloud puffs up and seems to like be attracted to you and coats you completely, and you are now dyed just a brilliant green color.
And I'm holding my breath like really, really hard, and like got my eyes closed, and then I kind of blink and like peek my eyes open, like I'm not taking any damage from it.
Nope. I want you to write down the number 3.
No, why?
I'll
Okay.
tell you later.
You're just trying real hard not to laugh, and it's just like slipping out through the trunk.
I'm not trying.
Like when you
at
hold a
all.
balloon and it's like
And like
Yeah.
the cloud color, like as soon as it coats Quentin, gets sucked back into the runes, and then it just looks like
I
a
am
regular floor
laughing.
again.
Like, I don't think I noticed that I'm bright green at first. Like, I expected it to be poison. I was like, all right, I'm good. And like, I like swing my arm out to take a step, and I look down at my hand, like, what? Why?
Oh my god, that is such a pretty color.
It's not a pretty color. It looks terrible.
He can hear you.
I needed that.
It just looks.
And I'll just kind of
so
like
bad.
face palm and like, can I wipe any of it off?
Can
Like,
whoever wants to see if they can tell which part of the floor had the ruins, go ahead and roll an intelligence investigation check.
does that include me or no?
I feel like you were distracted.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, do these runes look at all familiar?
You can't really see them unless they're lit up, and they only puffed out really quickly. So I'll say no at the moment.
Okay,
but roll me an
cool.
intelligence investigation check, and I'll change.
That is an 18.
These. Do you know much conjuration magic?
Basically 0.
Okay, so no, they don't look familiar to you at all. But what you do see
Great.
is you do remember the outline of the space that the.
Rolled a 16.
You also see this.
And it's just on that one. Is it across the whole way, or is it?
I should have made these different colors. So the first line of 2 is the first trap with the fire. The second, the box of 2 is the pit trap, and this third box of 2 is where the green dye comes out.
Well, it looks like we can go around the side on this one, chaps.
It's your turn.
So I'll dejectedly follow.
Are you gonna step out of this pink square?
Yes.
Oh, if I'm that far in, yeah, I'll step to the side, like against the wall, so I'll go straight up from where I was.
But Brandon, you said yes, yeah, correct? So that's where you are. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Gonna try and skirt behind Quentin against the wall.
Okay.
Like a piano sneaking down a hallway.
Exactly.
I love it. That's so wonderful. I love it.
Okay, and I'm gonna look real hard at the next tile and like see if maybe the
Roll me
one down.
an intelligence investigation check.
Okay, could have been doing this the whole time. I just realized.
Did you know?
Yep. Intelligence investigation, you said?
Yep.
13 total.
You see a statue of a door. No.
No!
You see nothing. It's just a floor.
Okay, so I'll gingerly do the same thing, kind of put one foot out to like. I'm not crossing into the space, I'm just putting my foot in the space.
Yep. You
Sort of
don't.
thing.
Nothing happens.
Okay, I'll open my eyes and step forward.
Okay.
To take a close look at the space between me and the door.
Intelligence investigation check, please.
15.
It looks like a lovely floor.
Hey, mate, why don't you do some magic again and see if there's anything ahead of us? Brandel.
Is that still up?
Brandel, I don't know. What does it say?
It lasts for a period of time.
If it's standard detect magic, I believe it's 10 minutes.
Yep, it's 10 minutes concentration. So unless he had to fail something.
Still got it.
He does recognize. He does recognize some conjuration magic coming off of the doors.
Right, can you try and do your voodoo stuff again and disable that like you did the first ones?
He says, "Yeah, okay." And so he squints really hard at the door, and he says, I tried. I don't know if that did anything though."
You go find out then, mate.
And he says, "Why do I have to do it?"
With the magic?
What?
Yeah, you got the magic. You got the magic in you, mate.
Oh no!
Is that inspiration?
You trying to
Please tell me.
inspire him?
Can I persuade him to go to the door and then inspire him?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Yes.
Right. Persuasion.
What would he oppose that with?
Charisma saving
Hive
throw, I
mind.
guess, or insight.
Intelligence.
Yeah, probably either insight or intelligence.
All right, what's his intelligence modifier?
1.
What'd you roll, Brandon?
9.
He's like, "No, dude."
Fine. Got it in you? Come on. I'll even throw you a little magic my way. Your way.
So you still inspire him?
Yeah.
He's still gonna be like,
He's inspired.
dude, no, hang on. Do we think the word man would touch the door or not?
No, I don't think he would at all.
You know what? I think he would. I
You
think he'd be
think
like,
so?
you know what?
Okay.
Fine. And so he walks up
Okay.
and he touches the
He's
door. He like
inspired.
slaps it. And he's like, there. And nothing happens.
All right then. See, I told you you could do it.
All right, I'll mimic the pathway that he took on my side of the room to get up to the door,
Okay, nothing happens.
and kind of like show people on my side like how to get over there, sort of thing.
You're good. So you make it up to the door.
Tiptoe Pink Panther style behind him.
Pink Panther style it is.
The giant ass greatsword.
Right, good job. That angel face. Nobody's gonna see you.
Death
Okay,
will
so-
follow.
Oh, I really heard you say death. Death will follow.
Yeah,
and I was like,
totally.
"Why?"
Death follows after.
Okay, so you guys are all clustered around the door.
Yeah, Drews will bring up the rear.
Go on then. Go ahead and open it, May.
Who wants to take a real good look at it?
Okay,
I'll
so,
take a real good look at it.
so it is locked.
There, keyhole.
Yep.
Is it fish shaped?
Can I try the key?
Fish shaped.
Yeah, you can. It doesn't fit in the keyhole.
I
I'm
forgot
gonna look at Quentin. Like, you think we gotta stand in all these traps to open the store? Just kind of jokingly.
No.
And like as you say that,
We
like
should
there's this look in
probably
his
try
face,
now.
like, oh no. And what was the last one? It was. Oh, it was what dyed me green, and I've been in the pool.
And you were.
I'll just
Oh, you didn't take the fire magic now.
no. I jumped over it, so I'll just kind of hang my head and start walking back towards the fire trap.
Drews will stop him before he gets there.
Like, look, I've already.
Pick him up by the scruff.
I'm feeling fine. Like I've already been through 2 of them. You know, Geth
Right.
took the last
Bright
one.
green, you've suffered enough.
Friend, it was
Yeah.
a joke.
Everything.
No, but I think you're
is
right.
Bright green. Your clothes, everything. Everything.
Like, and maybe the fire will toast me a nice
you can
forest
taste the
green
color
instead of
green.
this hideous color.
It's so bright. It's obnoxious.
just let me do it.
I'm
If
so happy.
if that's the thing, we've got to do it.
I'm so
I've already
happy.
done 2.
Oh,
Like-
you
Anybody-
recognize this color,
Oh no.
by the way. This is the color the rats were.
Oh.
Or of what?
The rats were this color green.
Oh, I have a headache now. Oh my goodness.
I'm very happy.
We totally missed that. What color?
The color
the-
green.
The rats were a bright, obnoxious green color. It's the same color that Quentin is right now.
So the rats came through here. All right. Well,
All right.
I'll tr-
Door, key doesn't work. What's next?
Time you go to say what color green it shorts out. We're not actually hearing what.
Oh,
we're-
sorry.
Okay, nobody speak. It is a bright, obnoxious, like lime green. Did you get that?
Yes,
Okay.
but matches. Where does he recognize the color from?
From the rats from the first area you guys were in, you were attacking over like giant rats, and they were like a bright
Oh,
green.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, door, key doesn't fit.
Hey,
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Drews,
I've
why
already
don't you
done
just kick
2.
this door down?
No. We tried that and we turned into snakes.
No, Brandel slaps it again, and he's like, "No, I'm touching the door. Nothing's happening. I think it's a different door."
Quentin's wincing.
Door, mate. All right, guys.
We can try it, but I think it's just easiest if I take fire. Go for it.
You can always jump into the water again. if
I've
you
been in the water.
catch flames.
That's true. That's true.
Are there are fish in the water still?
It reset, I think.
Yeah, it's just a
That's right.
floor again. The fish like,
Oh, that's weird.
why? Why is it weird?
Because where'd the fishies go?
As the floor slid up, like the water and the fishes sort of like went down the
Like
sides.
ran off.
Yeah, ran
Okay.
off.
Got it.
Hey, Quentin, mate. What did
Yeah.
you say you knew about those fishes?
They're harmless. They're just regular cave fish. Most they're gonna do is clean your toes for you.
Right. So maybe you just need to chew on this door like they was chewing on you. Can I persuade him to do that?
Go for it.
You can try. But the way I've been rolling, you'll probably convince me.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
I rolled a 2.
Why would Quentin think this is a good idea? Is he
I
just
mean,
so flabbergasted? He's like,
I
fine, I'll
don't
do it. I
think
don't
he
care.
would think it's a good idea. Like,
Quentin, don't
You
listen
guys,
to this guy.
Persuasion is used to do normal things. It's not used to just
Yeah, this
bend
is
people
not
to your
mind
whim. You do not have to oppose.
yeah, I'll kind of look at
Oh,
him
but
and like
it
for
makes
half a
sense,
second,
right?
Would that be
For half a
deception?
For half a second, Quentin starts to take a look towards the door and then stops and's like, "Wait, no!" It's like,
I thought it made sense.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go touch the fire. I'll be right back. It's fine.
Hold on. I'm wondering if there isn't something to working this almost backwards in a way. You're covered in something green and the fish eat skin. Maybe it's something where we have to feed the fish?
I mean, based on the last room, though, we had to hit all the traps, and one person had to endure all of the traps.
Well, but there's no cult paraphernalia in here.
I
Seems
suppose.
almost ritualistic.
I feel like... Do I feel like the fish would just kind of happen to be there because they were cave fish? Because there was water?
There's no way for you to know.
Okay. Well, I guess we can try it. I'll walk
It's the less
around.
painful way to start testing this theory.
I'll walk around the green smoke trap and see if I can trigger the floor without falling. Like,
You cannot.
push on it. Druge, come here. Give me a hand.
For a trunk.
So I'll kind of like arm clasp with him so like he can hold me
Yeah,
as soon as the
he'll-
floor drops out.
He'll come around.
maybe
me a
maybe
s-
bring a rope.
Roll me a strength athletics check.
Both of
Which
us, or
Both of you.
So we're both at disadvantage. Cool.
Hee hee hee.
I rolled 2 8s in a row, plus 2,
Oh, nice
plus
for you.
4, so 12.
Okay.
That's a 15 to 7, so 13.
Okay, so the way I imagine this is Druge like basically holds Quentin up and like sets Quentin on the floor to trigger the trap, and the floor falls, and then the water. But you're still holding Quentin, and you pull him off to the side and set him down, and it starts filling up with water again. But
So
the floor also rises, and so the water doesn't end up really filling; it spills off the side.
Okay. So if it's slowly rising, I'll hand him one side of the rope and kind of rappel down the trap to get into the water.
Mm-hmm. Well, the water's sort of run off, so as you touch the floor again, it drops, but it's only like a foot or so you don't take any
Right.
damage.
Okay.
And the water starts to fill up.
And I'll stand in it until it gets like up to my waist and see what happens.
So the fish
Or
come
until
back
something
out and they
happens.
start nibbling on
Yeah.
you. And you're still green.
Damn it.
Doesn't go away at all.
No.
I'll shout up like, "Nope, didn't work." And
All
climb
right,
out.
guess you're getting set on fire then.
So I'll climb out using the rope.
Okay.
And I'll tie the rope around my waist just in case and hand the other side to Druge and step into the fire.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
The fire do again. Yeah, okay. So you are going to take... So the runes flash and puff up flames around your feet. You're going to take 2 fire damage.
Kind of wince with like, it's not so bad, and step out.
Green, or did he get singed?
He's still green.
Oh.
You will be green forever.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Something tells Luth that I'll be green for like 3 days.
I'm glad you think that.
Oh no, it's longer.
It is longer. I'm so happy.
Oh, good.
I was telling somebody about this trap, and they were like, that's just such a silly trap. And I was like, but think about it. Think about how seriously these people take their characters and how lovingly they crafted them, and I will turn 1 green. And they were like, oh god, you're the worst GM.
Great.
Okay, so, door. Still closed, still locked.
That's... Randall, do you see any other magic anywhere?
And he says, no, this is it.
I'll try touching the door.
There's no key. We don't see anything in this room that could be sheltering a key.
I'll try touching the door by myself. If that doesn't... Does that do anything?
Nope.
Like, Brandon, hand me that key. Maybe I have to do it now or something.
Oh, mate, it won't fit in the lock. I don't know what key you're talking about.
Yeah, just hand it over. I'll give it back.
It doesn't fit in the lock.
Yeah, but I've endured and nonsense. Let me just try it.
You look like a great green booger.
Yeah, and the booger will give the key back.
I hand him the key.
You also can't
Great
fit the
grief.
key into the door.
All right. Geth, come here. Put your hand on my hand.
Okay.
Let's try it together.
I feel like we should look away. They're having a moment.
Why are they doing it together? I'm so.
It's like, yeah, everybody turn around real quick.
Drew doesn't have any eyebrows, but if he did, he would raise one.
I feel
and
like
then
your
turn
ears
around.
do something.
Yeah, the ear, like one ear perks up.
So Geth holds Quentin's hand.
Like, put his hand around my hand and like turn the key together or try to put it in together.
What is the
No.
actual purpose of this?
Yeah, that
Nothing?
doesn't-
Alright.
Nothing happens.
All right. Geth is gonna whisper in Quentin's ear.
It's pottery. They aren't making pottery.
Whoopi Goldberg shows up out of nowhere.
Wait, what does Geth
Uh,
whisper?
Geth whispers in Quentin's ear, "Hey, you trying to take that key?"
No, I just thought maybe since we both endured, we had to do it together since it wasn't one person.
Oh,
Or, and I kind of like look
sure.
at him, like maybe you have to go through all the traps since you did the first room.
Yeah, that just sounds like you're trying to get one person to burn all of us.
I mean, if it's the cult of enduring, then
You just want somebody else to be green.
no,
I'm
he's
so
probably right.
we're all gonna be green by the end of this.
All right.
No, Brennan, his logic is sound.
But
Right.
you're looking
I
a
think
little
this-
rough. Maybe
this is
we
what
should
needs-
take a rest. I don't think you should
like
hop in the
like
fire.
nudging Brandon towards the green gently.
No.
Geth is
No.
gonna get on the opposite room, side of the room as Brannon, and no, I'm just kidding.
No, bad. Okay, what do you guys do?
Is long resting an option right now?
Sure.
I don't.
want to.
It is.
I don't know on this one.
I mean, there doesn't seem like there's anything on this side of the room, and if anything's gonna come at us, they've got to go through fire first. So it's maybe not a bad place to rest.
He could kick the door in.
Do we maybe want to rest first and then try kicking the door in, Mr. Bloody Nose?
He's got a bloody nose. Mate.
Well, before we rest, I'll try something. I'll try it.
What are you gonna try?
So I'm gonna use a healing word on myself.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
And heal myself for 8.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, and then I will walk alongside the wall to the fire.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? Can I hold on? So will this work? I was thinking about doing this. I have a shield, right?
Sure.
It says it's either a wood or a metal shield.
Uh-huh.
Would I have had to determine that before?
Yes,
Starting.
but it sounds like you
Oh.
didn't. So,
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
what were you gonna do
All
with your
right.
shield?
What type of armor do you have on?
I have scale mail. I'm gonna run back
Mhm.
like 20 feet, and then I'm gonna run towards the fire trap and like try to ride my shield like a sled across the fire trap.
Oh, no.
He's gonna hit the fucking pit and just pitch straight in.
I want you to roll an acrobatics check.
Shield surfing.
This is the best Jet Set radio.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a 17.
Nice.
Okay, so you do this, and you skid right onto the fire trap, and you end up like right on the fire trap.
Great. Okay. Well, we wanted that to happen anyway.
That's true.
So you're trying to shelter yourself from the fire with your shield?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it does not protect you. Haven't you already been in the fire trap?
Yeah, but I'm thinking you got to do it one after the other.
You take 2 fire damage.
Okay. And then from there, I'll go to the pit trap.
No, kind of like
Okay.
the backhanded like tap Druge and walk over with him to like we can 2-man the rope.
Okay. Well, for brevity's sake, we'll say you do that. Trap falls down. You lower him down. He stands there. The fish nibble on him. You haul him back out.
All right. And then I walk through the green trap.
Yay!
So, guess what I did on my character sheet, just under description.
I want you to write
Okay.
this down. Write down the
Okay.
number 1.
Under appearance.
Yeah, I just put under description.
You
all
are now
the way at the bottom.
The
appearance.
brightest, most obnoxious green ever. What do you do next?
Or
All right. So I just look at Quentin like, all right, I'm ready. And I go to touch the door.
Okay. Nothing happens.
beautiful.
I didn't notice anything like in the bottom of the water trap. There wasn't any like doorways or anything down there,
Just grates that were only wide
Okay.
enough for the tiny fish to come through.
so they were super tiny.
So we've got 5 minutes left. So I'm gonna call it, and we'll
Yep.
do our wrap up stuff. So I would like to point out that 2 of you are bright green. The door is still locked, and you do not know how to get through it. All right. What'd you guys learn today?
I can't roll for anything, like at all.
I'm happy I'm not green.
Yeah, it's not easy being green.
Cool. What else did you learn?
There's
Anything you want me to write down to remember for next time?
the cult of the enduring, whatever.
That which endures.
Wait, I have a
Can we
blessing.
make a group note about the fact that who's already tried to open this door and what they've done,
I will definitely
Yeah.
remind
so that we don't try it
I will
again?
definitely write that down. Yes.
Thanks, DM. You're awesome.
I wrote down everything you guys tried. It was basically like you tried the key. Quentin tried the key. Geth and Quentin tried the key. Geth went back through and did all the traps and touched the door. Nothing. Brandel touched the door. So the only people who haven't done anything with the door are Marthala and Druge.
I mean, there's a physical keyhole, so there's a physical key somewhere that we need.
I still say we just kick the door in.
Would you like to do that before we take a break?
Nope.
Okay.
Like, can we take a long rest at the end as we?
Would you guys like
Finish
to
the
say
session.
that you're doing a long rest at the end of this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to
Sounds good to me.
recycle some spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the role playing point? She says as long as possible so that she can write.
Surfing.
What's the session chat? Where do you want me to put this?
Oh, you think you were putting it in the world?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I think it did get in session chat and then got cleared.
Okay,
I'm doing
that's
it in session
fine.
chat.
That works too.
Okay, so what do we got?
Field surfing.
Yeah.
So Geth for shield. I can't type with a cat in my lap. Geth shield surfing. What else?
I would vote for Brandel, but he's not here for the killing traps with his brain.
That doesn't matter. I still feel like
Yeah.
that's something he would
I
have
feel like that's a fair choice. Yeah. so
well,
I
actually, I
nominate-
guess if he's not here, yeah, no,
Yeah.
never mind. You're right.
Okay.
The first part was right. What else we got?
I appreciated how confused stash played out, Brandon. Just for
Oh,
like
yeah.
That
the
was
first
real
3
good.
minutes was like, what? Someone please explain something, please. And we just kept going.
That was good. That was quite good. Anything else? Oh, I wrote it down in the wrong spot. Brandon confused. When he appeared. Anything else? Or are we gonna vote on these two?
I mean,
I think
Marthala
there's
name
something
dropping
out of earlier
Relic
and
is
I
real
think-
good.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Wordman, you're watching the
about that.
stream. You weren't here, so we played through your character, and so it doesn't seem fair to nominate you for a role-playing point because Luth and I sort of puppeted you through it. We think we made good decisions, although I would like you to review that, but it doesn't quite make sense for a role-playing point. What was the thing that you just said while I was replying to Wordman?
Marthala name dropping Relic,
Yeah.
which we will revisit later. Don't you worry.
There are so many things to revisit. Okay. Anything else, or we want to vote? All right, I call a vote.
I was gonna say the way that Druge was like, oh nope, yep, nope, this is bad. Sorry,
What was bad?
pulling himself. He managed to pull himself out of a rage at the cost of not killing his party,
Okay.
and found like a good RP reason for that to happen.
Okay. Now we're voting. Everybody.
Actually, that Thunder Wave was actually pretty decent. That's what snapped
Oh,
him out of
that's
it.
true.
That Thunder
Yeah.
Wave didn't
Yeah.
happen. That snapping out of the rage doesn't.
Okay. Now we're voting. Everybody put an emoji of some kind on one of those things.
Will you add one to the shield surfing for me?
Ooh.
I know what you're voting for. You actually voted surf emoji. Oh my god.
Sure did.
There we go. Fixing that.
Is that a poop emoji?
Yes.
So I've got 4 votes in, and there are 5 of
Five.
you. So one more vote.
I think
The
either
final vote
way,
doesn't
the
matter.
Shield Surfer
Whatever.
wins.
I just want to see all the votes. Okay, so shield surfing wins. Congratulations, you're awesome. So Geth, you get the next RP point again. You're doing awesome.
Okay, yeah, the last time too. Good job.
Yeah,
Okay.
Came in handy.
Anything else
Super
you
good.
guys want me to add to my notes for the recap next time? I'll make sure all the positioning
Yes, but
is
I'm going to
right.
send it to you privately.
Understood. So I will save map
Just
a
that
million
the
times.
rats were the same color,
Oh,
which
rats
I'm
were
gonna
same
say
color,
out of character
yeah.
right now. That so I don't forget. Maybe we need to try the ring because the ring came from the rats who were in this room.
We don't know that, though.
We don't. That's an interesting idea. You can bring that up next time. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. Oh, I assume it's okay that I'm wrapping up at 8, even though we started late. Is that okay with you guys?
Well,
Yep.
It's 11 here.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I didn't want to go too much later. So we'll wrap up if everyone's okay with that. Same time next week, but like the real time, like 6, and I'll test all of my
Yeah.
components ahead of time.
Or
Yep.
that was
good.
my
Yeah.
fault this week.
Okay,
was on
so
Tech City.
stream, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us. We intend to play at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time next week. Love to have you here. Thank you and have a wonderful night. Ending stream
Bye.
now.